world is becoming more urbanised. Some studies suggest that it won't be long before 70% of the world's population is living in urbanised settings. And this doesn't make urban settings or cities more important than anywhere else, but it's important that we wake up to this. The Great Commission is to make disciples of all nations, and more people are going to find themselves in urban centres. Now, urban doesn't necessarily mean city. There are different things that mark out, different markers, if you like, for urbanisation. Things like diversity is one of the markers, a sense of being unknown or anonymity, a lack of social cohesion, huge gap between the rich and the poor, deprivation. Now, you don't need to meet all of those markers to be an urban setting, but if you are somewhere urban, you'll recognise some of those things. And more people are feeling stirred by God to go to urban settings and to plant the gospel. In 1995, God stirred my own heart this, and I moved from the suburbs into central London. I've been living there ever since and planted a church there and been able to help and support others plant churches. And we want to continue in that vein, supporting, cheering on, stimulating and equipping those who feel called to plant the gospel into urban settings. We felt the Lord stir us about starting an urban church planting school almost 10 years ago, and it's been one of those things that's been on the back burner for some time. But in January 2022, I felt the Lord, by His Spirit, just quicken me and say, come on, now's the time, let's go. Since then, we've just been praying, preparing, researching. In March 2024, the plan is we will launch Up Urban Plant, which will be a 2-year planting school. What we want to do is equip, cheer on, support, stimulate others who are feeling that same stirring. Maybe you're not yet there, but you know something stirring in your heart. Or maybe you're already on the ground, your sleeves are rolled up, and you're having a go. And you're wanting to be around, equipping, teaching others in the same boat. Maybe you're a church leader and there's a particular area in your town or city where you know people in your church are stirred to reach. Maybe there's a missional community or a small group there or planned on being there. Maybe you're responsible for a network or a family of churches and you're feeling in your heart stirred to reach urban settings. Well, maybe Up can help you. If you go to relationalmission.org/up, there you will find a digital prospectus for the course. There you will find contact details so you can get in touch with us and we can connect with you and we can together start this conversation about whether Up is for you. We would love you to do that. Even if at the end of the day this isn't for you, either people that you know or people that you have some responsibility for, you know that this would serve them really well. And we would ask you to point them in this direction. We'd ask you to start that conversation with them so that you can explore together prayerfully whether Up is something that can really serve you.